Hello everyone, welcome back to the Supernova Kitchen. Big Tucker Lady here. Today we're going to show you how to do salsa two different ways, a fruit salsa and a traditional tomato-based salsa using our Power Chef. The first one we're going to do, well, let me sit down because I'm way out of camera,
There we go.
is the fruit salsa.
We have to make him sit down because he's so much taller than me, y'all. All right, so let me introduce you to the Power Chef first if you're not familiar with it. All right, first of all, you got the base. Now, the base comes with a little ring, and when you get it, the ring is actually inside it, wrapped in saran wrap, or not saran wrap, but plastic wrap. Note to self, remove it, take it out of there, place it on the bottom. That's your little ring to keep it from sliding all over the place. You just, and it goes right on there, okay? That's so that when you're pulling the cord, it's not going everywhere on you, okay? Now, you've got the little top cover for it, which is what your engine that I didn't grab. Hang on, let me grab an engine.
There are multiple sizes of this style product. The same engine runs all of them.
This one is the Chop and Prep. It's the mini one. It's the original. And this is my original. It's the green one. So I grabbed it because it's the quickest one to get to. Now, the way it works with the little cover here is you just snap it into place. Okay? Now, the way this works, though, is it's on a pulley. And it's, oops, I'm wearing the wrong color shirt. There you go. It's a black string. That's it. And when you go to clean this, that's the only part that's going to touch your food. So you're going to take a spoon or a butter knife and you're going to go into that little hole right there, okay? And you're just going to pop it and separate it. Do not put this part in the water. And the reason why, like I said, that is just string. There you go. That's just string. And the string getting wet and then winding back up in there, it will cause it to rot. And you'll go to pull one time and you'll just keep on pulling, kind of like an old lawnmower that's been sitting outside all the time. Okay? So let me pop this back together. Once it's fully dry, you can snap it back together and you just line it back up. Boom, it snaps back together. Okay?
If you do mess up and it gets wet,
oh yeah,
you can pull the string all the way out. Just put your finger there and hook it. Take the little T-bar there and put it back in this hole
where the string's coming
where
out.
the string comes out, and it will just dangle out, and you really can't see it behind that.
Nope.
But it will dangle out, and you're able to dry.
It'll be a dangly. There we go. And it'll just dry right on up for you, okay? All right, so let's put these two back together. Now, this piece also has a little silicone valve right here that you just pop open. Looks like a little Pac-Man ghost. And you're going to place a funnel in it should you be making something like homemade salad dressings or mixing up like a poppy seed dressing, because you got to drizzle the olive oil into it. So you have the ability to drizzle it in without taking everything apart. Oh, note to self, all of this doesn't come in green or blue anymore. It comes in a really pretty Christmas red. So, and by the time 5 years goes by, it's going to change color again, I'm sure. But know that they hold up. But I'm going to show you. You've got the little ghost in there. See the little hole down here in the bottom? You have the ability with your funnel to turn your funnel or either way in there, side to side. And when you do, it actually closes up that hole so you can pre-measure up to a tablespoon and a half, I believe it is, of your liquid. So that all you have to do is center the funnel and the liquid will drain on through. Bleh. All right.
The measurements are marked inside the funnel.
Yeah, they're right there. Okay. So let me close that back up because we will not be using it today. Then it comes with two different attachments. You've got the blade that does come in a plastic protector. Save the protector. It's for your fingers. That way you don't chop them off. It is a stainless steel blade. Now, they tell you, yes, all of your Tupperware with these components can go in the dishwasher. However, there is that little bitty but. And that but means don't put your stainless steel in there. It tends to cause it to rust and pit because of the acid, the lemon juice or the orange juice that happens to be in the dishwashing detergent. So hand wash them, dry them, then put them up. Okay. Now this is a 3-tier blade. There you go. You can see that a little better that way. And it's designed that as it's coming around and kicking up from this one, it's going to hit the next one and then the third blade, okay? So it's really quick when it chops. Now, the other one that we have is a beater bar. I'm going to move this one out of the way for a second because I want to show you the really cool part about this beater bar. First of all, look at how the angle is on it, okay? And the reason for that is when it's in here, it's getting into all of your corners, which means all of your cake mix, if you're mixing up a 2-layer cake mix in here, is not going to get clumpy in the corners. It's going to go on ahead and mix all in with it, okay? But we're not going to be using this one today. We are going to be using this one. That is also good for whipping up egg whites, heavy whipping cream for making homemade Cool Whip, whatever the case may be, okay? So what we've got here is the makings of what we call fruit salsa. And it is an apple, and you can use green, you can use a Granny Smith, you can use whatever kind you like. Totally up to you.
Green or Granny Smith?
Red Delicious or Granny Smith. There we go. See, there's a reason we keep him around. He keeps me in line. You're going to use 2 kiwi. You're going to use 7 strawberries. Now, the reason why they're sitting on top of the Fridge Smart is because I want to let you know your strawberries will stay up to 3 weeks in your Fridge Smarts if you bring them home, take them out of the plastic, and throw them in here. Mine currently has peppers in it. I'm using the strawberries for the salsa, so I didn't need to put them in a Fridge Smart, and the extras being sliced up. Some wonderful sugar added to them. And that just goes great with everything, right? Eat them straight.
Put your produce in there dry and dirty. Don't try to wash it
and dirty
and put it in there. If you add moisture, it defeats the purpose of the product.
Right. But more on Fridge Smart later. Right now, we're going to do fruit salsa. All right, so we're going to use our chef. Yep, it's the chef knife. It's the Universal Series. I knew I'd think of it in a second. The Universal Series chef knife. All of our knives do come with a sheath so that it's protecting you and the blade in the drawer. And what we're going to do is we're going to quarter our apple.
This is difficult to watch. She's chopped her thumb off twice, literally.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm still living to talk about it, so that's a good thing. All right, so we're gonna, normally I would not be doing this with a chef knife, but he's having a cow right now, y'all.
Yes.
That's okay, he'll get
A trip
over
to the ER I do not wish today.
No, we've had enough of those. All right, so we're gonna move that out of the way, just push it out of the way. And now I'm going to quarter these, and we're gonna put them in here. And we're just going to give them a rough chop because I don't know about y'all, but I want my fruit salsa to be a little chunky. Some people like picante, which is very well chopped up, over traditional chunky salsa. With fruit salsa, I like it to be a little chunky. And the thing you got to remember is you can't make it chunky again. Once you chop it all up, that's all there is to it.
With this one or the tomato-based salsa, always put in the hardest product you're going to chop. Put it in first.
The hardest ingredient. So like with the fruit salsa, we're doing the apple first because the other remaining ingredients are soft. With traditional salsa, you're going to do the onion first. Okay? All right. Merry Christmas. You're on that level.
Oh, I get to work.
You get to work.
The top is ergonomic, so your hand will fit on there while you pull. That's 3 chops. There's a couple large pieces in this. We're going to go on. If I can get my fingers on there.
A little bit more.
Okay.
There we go.
There you go.
All right. So now what we're going to do, oh, in case you couldn't see it through the other, there you go. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut kiwi in half. Can you go to the trouble of sitting there and peeling them? Sure, you go right ahead. Knock yourself out. I'm going to show you a really easy way, especially when you're doing it this way. You just cut them in half, take a spoon, and you're just going to go on the outer edges of it, right around the outside edge of the skin, and you're going to pop that piece of kiwi out of there, and you're going to leave the yucky, fuzzy stuff right where it came from. There we go, kiwi. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that eat this stuff for breakfast every day, whatever. I do not. Therefore, I don't sit there and peel them. I make it easy on me and the demos. Now, while I'm doing this, I want to tell you what else we're going to add to it. We're going to be adding a little bit of grape jelly. And the grape jelly is not, and you can do grape, you can do strawberry, you can do apple if you wanted to. I have grape on hand. That is what I'm going to use. And the reason why you're using it is for the preservatives in it. It will keep your apple from turning funky if you don't eat all of the salsa all in one sitting, which is probably not a good thing. Blood sugar and all, not a happy problem. So what you're going to do is add that, and you're using the preservatives that are in that to keep your apples from going hinky on you. Okay? Hinky is an official term. If you don't believe me, just ask any other Tupperware consultant. They'll tell you the same thing. All right, hang on. Gotta dry the hand off. You know what? I have a Tupperware towel. A microfiber Tupperware towel. All right. So now, strawberries. We're going to add those. Move that away. So I'm going to show you something really cool first. Now, you've got a strawberry. If you want to be really cool and at your next dinner party or something, make something really fun, you're going to take a straw and you're going to go right here in the pointy end of your strawberry and you're going to push it up. You're going to push it up and you're going to pop the little green thing off. Boom, like that. Okay? And that's what comes out. Now, I'm going to go back up in there because I'm going to get the rest of this over here on the other side, out of there. There we go. Now, what you're going to do with that is you're then going to take some cream cheese and a little bit of powdered sugar, and you're going to make kind of like a cream cheese frosting, but don't make it make it loose. That's the word I'm looking for. And you're going to put it in a Ziploc bag. Everybody understood that, right? Yes. And you're going to cut the corner off of it. And you're going to go in here into that hole and you're going to fill it. Now, if you have a piping bag and you're one of those people that has that, you can use one of your tips and pipe it in there too. But
it's a homemade decorating bag. It's not the other thing.
Oh, it's a homemade decorating bag. I like that terminology too. But then you're going to do that. And then you're going to hold them and you're going to dip them in melted chocolate. Yeah, almond bark, whatever. Hello, stuffed strawberries dipped in chocolate. Who couldn't get happy about that? All right, so that was my fun thing for the day. Now I'm just going to go along and I'm going to chop these off and get rid of them and throw the strawberries in. You want to go ahead and pop the grape jelly in? It calls for a tablespoon or two. I'm one of those people that measures. Don't know about the rest of y'all. That's good. That is my measuring. Yeah.
Yours?
That's Scott's measuring too. All right, so we're going to pop this back on. Now, the way you can serve this, when we originally started with this recipe, you want to do that? Tupperware gave us a really cool recipe for what they called cinnamon chips. And it was taking flour tortillas, spritzing them with some water, and sprinkling them with powdered sugar. Cinnamon sugar, that's good. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Hang on. Let me get that off the top part. We should have done that to begin with. There we go. I'll let you do that. Anyway, you do that on both sides. Then you cut them into strips and put them on a silicone mat. Pop them in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350, flipping them halfway through. And it makes wonderful chips to eat with your salsa. Now, another way to do it, vanilla wafers. You can also take pound cake and put it on pound cake. Put it on ice cream. There's so many. Hello. There's a spoon. You can use a spoon and just eat it. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. Let me get the blade out of there. And we will show you all what it looks like. There is your fruit salsa. Salsa. Okay. So we're going to get this mess cleaned up. And we will come back and show y'all how to do traditional salsa. Be right back.
Okay, guys, we're back.
Go ahead.
Shh, shh, shh. We're going to you've already seen the products. We're going to run through real quick on how to make the traditional salsa. So we've already got in the bottom about 3 cloves or teaspoon and a half ish, or tablespoon and a half ish of garlic.
Other side.
No.
You don't want to cut that side. Okay, fine. You're using the whole onion. He's going to put that whole onion in the salsa, y'all.
I'm eating it.
Yeah, you are. Keep your fingers out of the way. Oh, I don't have to worry about that with him. I'm the one that does that. So he's going to quarter that for us, and we're going to pop it in here real quick. While he's doing that, I'm going to explain to you. We're going to be throwing in a can, and this is a super simple recipe for this. This is something we do at parties because of how quick it is. A can of diced tomatoes, y'all. Now, this one happens to have the funky little pop top on it. You gonna do that? I would typically show you how to use the can opener, but ooh, that is not matched up. Stop! You're not spinning it at all.
Pause it. Okay, after our technical difficulty, I didn't have this side latched down correctly.
Okay, so anyway, he's going to chop that up, but the can opener is designed to fit on the top of the can like this. You tighten it down and you twist it to open it, okay? When it's done opening, you're going to use this little beak on the top, place it on the top of the can like so, close it down, and it will typically lift the can, okay? But we have learned with the Walmart brand, it does not always work, and I do not want to show you something that does not always work. That would just be tacky. So
besides, it's a pop top.
Yeah, besides, it's a pop top. And the purpose behind our can opener is so that you don't have the sharp edges on it. Okay. So now we've got the tomatoes in there.
Lemon juice.
We're going to throw a teaspoon of lemon juice in there. Teaspoon, tablespoon, somewhere right in there. Boom.
You know, with our measuring spoons.
Yes, with my measuring spoons. Now, I will measure because this is in a big container. No.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Southwest seasoning, and we have mixed up our own Southwest seasoning. Tupperware used to carry seasoning blends. You can use any Southwest you want. If you want to use Walmart brand, if you want to use Tastefully Simple, whatever. Walmart gave us the ability to make bulk spices, so we do. So I'm going to take it, and with Scott eating it, do you want 1 or 2 tablespoons in there, honey? Dos. He likes it with a kick. If I'm making it at parties, I ask them. They get the choice of which way they want it. If they want it spicy or if they want it mild. So you can put 1 to 2 tablespoons of the Southwest seasoning in it, and you are good to go.
Make sure I had it right this time.
Okay, yeah, see, that sounds so much better, doesn't it? Now, you can add cilantro. I'm going to tell you all the same thing I tell people at parties. I bring the ingredients for the salsa itself, and I have the hostess typically get the chips. Tonight, I don't eat salsa, therefore I brought the ingredients. You don't eat salsa. I mean, don't eat cilantro. You can put it in there if you want to, totally up to you. But here is your quick and easy salsa.
And that's not as chunky as I enjoy it, but
it'll work. And again, you saw we put the hardest ingredient in first, but that gives you your salsa 2 ways from Tupperware. Thanks for joining us in the Supernova Kitchen. This is Big Tupper Lady and his wife.
Have a good night, y'all.
Y'all have a good one.